Bodyworks Plus Collision Repair Center, keeping families safe since 1998. And by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit FredCaldwellChevy.com. Big matchup between a couple of undefeated teams. Charlotte Latin at Providence Day when we return on the WCCB Game of the Week.
Is this body shop certified? That's the most important question to ask when you need auto body repair. Always ask, is this body shop certified? If not, find one that is. Certified means the body shop has the tools and equipment to repair your car to factory standards. No aftermarket parts, no shortcuts, only OEM parts used. And most importantly, your family's safety depends on it. Bodyworks Plus is certified with over 26 manufacturers. And your family safety is top priority. Choose Bodyworks Plus.
Friday Night Lights are more than just a game. They're the heart of our community. At Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, we're proud to support our local high schools from the opening kickoff to the final whistle. For us, community means backing our team, our students, and our future leaders. Whether you're in the stands or on the field, we're cheering you on. From the Silverado guys at Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, good luck this season. Drive forward and dream big.
Our community in Western North Carolina is extremely resilient. What would have happened if we had not had the partnerships and the collaboration? We would not be as further down the road as we are with restoring and rebuilding our lives and rebuilding the lives of our community.
We came up with a plan to actually meet the medication needs for the community.
DHHS's support for us to continue to do those things really has made a huge difference.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, there's a lot to love. Did it hit your spirit?
Right in the shine on nine.
The biggest stars.
Clock it.
Ooh, Mariah Carey!
And all these years now, you're still killing it.
Incredible performances. You got them going. Inspiring stories.
Connection has no color. It's my brother.
You are loved.
I'm about to cry.
Don't you just love this joy? I hope y'all feel the love.
Today at 3 on WCCB.
Markin kicks it off for the Hawks, and it is Fletcher on the return from about the 5. All kinds of space, unbothered to the 35, and he's battered down to the ground, shy of the 40. That's where PD will get things started, and Zaid Lott will lead the way. Here's a look at our starting quarterbacks for this matchup, Reggie. You see that bottom line for both. Yeah, a combined touchdown to interception ratio of 38-3 this season.
The other thing I love, both 65-plus completion percentage, being very efficient with the football, and obviously, as you mentioned, not making mistakes with it, throwing it to the other team. It keeps you in a lot of ball games. That's why both of these teams are 7-0.
Zaid Lott has had a remarkable season so far for Providence Day. He's alone in the backfield. He runs it up the middle, untouched, all the way to the other side of the field, and he's dragged down from behind around the 15-yard line.
This is great anticipation by Chad Greer and Providence Day. They expect a lot of shell coverage because of what they have on the edges. What do? They go empty, spread this defense out, and quarterback draw right up the middle for a huge play.
We told you they can throw it. He can run it too. And now he's into the end zone, 2 plays from scrimmage, and it's a touchdown for the Chargers. That's the 8th rushing score of the season for Zaid Lott, who, in addition to the passing prowess, Reggie, averages about 60 running yards per game.
and over 6 yards a carry as well. But his athleticism, he's running more this year than he has in years past. And what I love is the adjustment. Chad Greer understands that this is a Latin defense that is not going to let him beat them with the vertical passing game, with explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to make him try to be patient. So what does he do? He adjusts, goes empty, and plays the quarterback run game because he knows he's going to get a light box.
Illegal shift.
So a penalty against Providence Day
that'll back them up 5
on
yards.
the extra points. That is about as fast of a start as you can have.
Not quite sure what's going on here. You see Chad Greer trying to make a decision here on what he wants to do. He may have to burn a timeout here. I'm not quite sure what the scenario is. He's looking for maybe an explanation of what the penalty was for.
It was announced over the PA as an illegal shift. And so now Zaid Lott is on the sideline, and the backup quarterback, Cole Cater, is in as the holder. So it does look like they're still going to kick this for a conventional extra point.
Game penalty called against the Chargers.
And now a delay of game on top of that on Chad Greer.
12-yard line.
Presumably on Coach Greer.
Cole Cater, number 8.
For arguing that call.
Into hole, Jacob Baggett, number 30. In for the extra point.
Jacob Baggett on for the extra point, which now turns into about a 30-yard kick.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up.
And it's through. 7-0. Providence Day leads.
37 seconds gone here in the first quarter. Your score, Providence Day 7. Charles Latin 0.
Well, Zaid Lott with 2 snaps of the football has 65 yards and is over his per-game average.
Yeah. Battle of the Big Cats is taking place tonight and could have big implications. Providence on the road, taking on Palisades for the first time ever. Both teams are coming off of wins in their last game out and want to be known as the bigger Big B in the area, right?
I'm kind of rooting for Providence, but we'll talk about that later. Weddington, Porter Ridge are going head-to-head. Again, this matchup could determine who comes out on the top of this ridiculously stacked conference. Of course, Sun Valley isn't going anywhere, but when you look at this conference, the matchups are almost more so about determining the seeding in the playoffs than who's going to win the conference, actually.
Right? I mean, they all know that, they obviously want the conference win, but they all know they're probably going to get to the playoffs.
Right, exactly.
And these games really matter for where they're going to sit. Now, last but certainly not least, Kings Mountain trying to get back on track after getting capsized by the Green Wave last week. And South Point is looking to show they can still fight for the podium in this conference as well. Ashbrook and Crest are really starting to run away with it, but you can't really ever count a team out in the Big South.
So pull up a chair, grab some popcorn.
Yeah, it's a
huge
huge
week.
week.
A great night of football on Friday night. All right, coming up next on Varsity Spotlight, we head to Fort Mill to introduce you to the Yellow Jackets kicker, Noah Hardy. More
Dijon Douglas and Will Morton back deep to receive the kick. It is out the back of the end zone and a touchback. So 2 very capable with the ball in their hands. They're not going to get many opportunities, if any, to bring it out tonight.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big piece is, do they even get those opportunities? If you're Latin, you want to get the ball in Douglas's hands as much as you possibly can. Him not being able to get those opportunities in the kicking game will be an impact.
Troy Logan out of the shotgun on first down. It's a handoff. Douglas shuffles up the middle and picks up a couple of yards. Dijon Douglas around about 147 yards per game on the ground. He's had a remarkable season, though he's cooled off a little bit as of late. Got off to a start over the first 3 or 4 games of the year where he was amongst the very top rushers in the state.
His yards per carry average is now down to 11.3, so that tells you what kind of season he's had.
And in motion, it's given to Anthony McGill around the edge. And he's out of bounds.
Anthony McGill, number 10.
For a positive gain, though not by much. A couple of yards on the carry.
Yeah, this is just a nice job by Providence State defensively stringing this thing out. They do a nice job keeping him from fully turning the corner. And it's going to be third
down.
6 to gain for the Hawks. McGill splits out. Logan to throw. Going McGill's way. It's caught. And then he escapes tacklers and is brought down near the 40-yard line. Plenty for the first down.
Yeah, this is a nice job. Just works up the field, sits down on a little hitch route. Nice throw there by Logan. Splits the defenders to pick up the Bodyworks Plus first down.
Takes it to the 39-yard line. Brought down Justin Abenquan, number
Spots
9.
at the 39-yard line.
Picks up the first down for the Hawks.
We talked about both of these quarterbacks. Logan, 65% completion percentage on the season, over 1,200 yards. More motion for McGill on 1st and 10. Douglas receives the handoff and is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Griff Galloway got around his man and had a hold of both him and Douglas.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of confusion there. Look at the handoff situation. It looked like Logan was looking for maybe a reverse pivot type handoff. Douglas kind of moving a little bit quicker, timing off there that impacts the blocking, and you get a negative play. Somehow he actually got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Yep, no gain, 2nd and 10 here. Logan with Douglas right behind him. Play fake. Throws on the run. It's caught, and a tackle in the open field for a loss. Trey Gathers.
This is a good job staying at home. Look at the middle of the screen there. I think that's number 15 right there.
Trey Gathers.
Jace Goodwin, who understands, he reads it properly, sees the bootleg action coming back to him. He stays home, doesn't allow Logan to get up the field with his body to either take off and run or really push the ball vertically. That's well done by Goodwin on the edge there.
3rd and 11. Play clock is down to 1, ticking toward 0 when that ball was snapped, and the pass is knocked down, incomplete. Gathers is there again.
Gathers knocked that ball away, but it goes back to Goodwin once again. Watch Goodwin. He's the guy that's keeping Logan from getting to the outside or getting up the field, doing an excellent job there, and he forces the throw into coverage, and they get the incompletion. So again, well done by Goodwin, understanding how to keep that edge, set the edge, if you will, make sure that quarterback is not able to turn up the field and get something going positive.
Forces a Charlotte Latin punt. Hunter Leffler booms it. And this is returnable. Steele Fletcher spins away and reverses field and crosses midfield. And Providence Day will have a short field. Up 1 score already. 7:09 remaining in the first quarter. And the Chargers ahead 7-0.
Tackled by 6, Ryan Mark.
My husband takes his watch party grilling duties very seriously. Every sport, every season. And because we always find good deals at Food Lion, no one ever leaves hungry. I even got him his own signature touch.
Okay, I'll eat around it.
Here with fresh food that's always affordable. Food Lion, here for every moment.
It's bow time. Nobody beats breakfast at Bojangles. Not when we're serving up our boldly seasoned Cajun filet biscuit and crispy bow rounds for just $5. Fans say bow rounds with the Cajun filet is their favorite way to start the day. Get it for $5 for a limited time. It's bow time.
Do you or a loved one suffer from varicose veins, spider veins, leg pain or cramps, swollen legs, ulcers in the legs, or difficulty standing for a long period of time? If left untreated, these symptoms can become more severe, leading to more serious medical problems. USA Vein Clinics is a national leader in vein care, and we are passionate about helping you get back to doing the things you love. Call today to schedule your consultation. Don't delay. Treatment only takes 15 minutes, and you can resume normal activity the same day. The best part is that treatment is covered by most insurance plans, including Medicare. Don't wait another day to take control of your life again and get back to doing the things you love. Call to schedule your consultation
at 704-275-3685. That's 704-275-3685. Call now.
From stinky diapers to stinky feet, odors can be caused by bacteria that linger in your air. Unlike air fresheners, Lysol Air Sanitizer eliminates odors by killing 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria in the air. Scent can't sanitize. Lysol can.
To him on the sideline, and he's able to get in the end zone. Well done. Great recognition by Lott, and then being willing to use his legs to make a big play.
Baggett's extra point makes it 14-0. And Reggie, just like that, Zaid Lott has his third 100-yard rushing game of the season.
Yeah, and look at his speed right there. He's able to outrun Diggs, number one. And then the safeties, you see them, they never come into picture because they're being blocked by the receivers once the quarterback took off. That's great recognition again by Lott. He's a high-level player, obviously understands it and sees the field really well. He understood, hey, nobody's open. They're in man coverage. Nobody's eyes are on me. The safeties are too deep to do anything about at least me getting a first down. And I'm just going to keep running, gets to the sideline, and it's a walk-in touchdown.
Running like that since Trent Cherry was under center.
Another kickoff for Providence Day. And another kickoff powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
Number 6, Brian Barnes. 21, Will Ford, deep for the Hawks. Number 30, Jacob Baggett.
Baggett booms it to the end zone for a touchback.
So
now Charlotte Latin, you talked about maybe adjustments would be made. Reg, even if this thing does level out a little bit, your PD, you get a 2-score head start here with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Not only do you have a 2-score head start, most importantly, you're in a position where you feel like maybe you've got the Charlotte Latin defensive coaching staff forced to make some decisions on what they're going to allow from a standpoint of, are they going to force the quarterback to keep running the football, or they're going to give him opportunities to push it down the field with his arm.
And a timeout, Charlotte Latin. 2 men in motion. That did not look comfortable for the offense.
And I think right now the big conversation, if you're on that Hawks sideline, is number one, calm down, right? And then number two, we have to execute one play at a time. Just one play at a time. You can't get to the point to where you're out of sorts and trying to do it all and get all 14 points back at one time. You knew this was an explosive Chargers offense, and they've adjusted to what they expected you to do so far in this game. You have to stick to the game plan, particularly offensively. Right now, you got to get something going. You got to get Douglas going, running the football, and see if you can just settle your football team down, get a couple of first downs, and then see what you can do from there.
Out of the timeout. Douglas makes something out of nothing, escaping the backfield, and he picks up about 7 yards past the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Douglas, this is a nice play because there's nothing out to the right. He just uses his athleticism to get back to the left and picks up positive yards. That's what they need. Now you're 2nd and 4 type situation, very manageable. You can run it or throw it here. More than anything, you just have to pick up a first down on this drive.
This will be 2nd and 3 coming up. Huddle just now breaks with 12 seconds on the play clock. It's another handoff. Douglas can't get through with some what looked to be good blocking, but a host of Chargers bringing him down. Justin Abenqua led the way, number 9 in gray.
He had a convoy out in front, pulling a couple of linemen. Got a tight end out there in front as well, and they just kind of run into each other a little bit there. Banks Cutter, number 9, the tight end. That thing gets cluttered really fast, and they get nothing.
It was a legendary tackle brought to you by Queen City Home Store, taking on the toughest stains at home with the toughest washers in the game. Now it's 3rd down and 4 to go. McGill splits out. Logan to throw, going for McGill. Again hits him on the hitch. And McGill ripped out of bounds to the outside. Gain of about 9 and the first down achieved.
And you got to keep taking that. If they're going to give you soft coverage, you got to go ahead and take that, right? If you're going to get a corner playing 6, 7, 8 yards off, and that's number 28, the sophomore, Lucas Sutton. He's playing a little bit of off coverage there. Young guy trying to figure it out and get comfortable. He's giving off coverage. Hey, take the short throw, move the chains, pick up a first down.
Sutton making his first varsity start of the season tonight. Again, number 28 closest to you at the near sideline, you see. He's in place of the injured Stone Ike, who's had a really good year for Providence Day. 1st and 10, new set of downs for Latin, and Douglas
eight there. Xavier Dunson, about 240 pounds, number 8. He and Banks Cutter, those two tight ends. Trying to move some people inside that time. Not a lot of success. This is where at some point too, Darren, they're going to have to, meaning the Hawks, they're going to have to find a way to maybe get Logan on the edge and let him be an athlete and either take off or be able to make a play with his arm.
Here he is alone in the backfield on 3rd and 7. Logan Recognizes the space over the middle, dives on a run, and he gets enough for the first down right at the stick, a 7-yard gain.
You got to give them what they're giving you, right? You spread them out, get that box light. It's a light box. You ended up with a 5-man box. Take off with the quarterback. You should be able to block that, and you pick up another Bodyworks Plus first down.
Charlotte Latin now 3 for 4 on third down conversions in this game. Now that's great until you convert one and then you got to punt.
Absolutely.
Which is what happened to them last time. So they are at their own 43-yard line, now approaching midfield.
Logan may not be known as a runner, but he's athletic enough to create some problems for you if they deploy him in that aspect.
Douglas back into the game. Here's Dejon Douglas. Just a bit of clutter on that side when he's run it so far.
No, that's because Caleb Cooper's a dog on this play. Watch the bottom of the screen. Caleb Cooper comes up, he's blocked, still gets up and makes the play. That's why that play didn't go anywhere. Caleb Cooper made a spectacular one-man effort. He gets blocked, goes to his knees, but sticks his arm out and gets a piece of the ball carrier and pulls him down. That's well executed, well done. Good toughness by the defensive back, Cooper.
Or this slow build offensively for the Hawks after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7, play clock down to 2. Here's the snap, Logan will throw. And he goes to Douglas, who got taken down. I mean, no chance to make a catch there. Matthew Hankins.
Underneath the number 0.
They're trying to set up a screen to the bottom of the screen. Hankins is the defensive end. See, he recognizes it and just grabs the running back. Now, they're not going to call hold there, but he recognized the situation. So he just gets his hands on Douglas, doesn't let him release out to be the safety valve or be the receiver in that situation. Logan has to throw it in the dirt. Great recognition by Hankins, and he creates the throwaway.
Another third down for the Hawks, 7 to gain. Logan slings it deep. McGill high points it, reels it in, and it's a catch for the first down at the 37-yard line.
And they're picking on the sophomore Sutton once again. They're going to go to McGill. He's their guy. They're just trying to match him up on the young corner, and he goes up. Nice catch, gets that left foot down. That's big time.
Anthony McGill, 76 receiving yards per game this season. He has been easily the top target for Logan and the Charlotte Latin offense. Hawks in Chargers territory, back into the pistol. Douglas receives the handoff, head of steam, can't quite get to the outside. And it's a tackle by Caleb Cooper coming all the way from the other side of the field from that defensive back position.
Yeah, it's great recognition by Cooper. He recognizes it, and then he just flows and makes that play. That's well done by Cooper, number 4, on that defense. That's second really, really nice play he's made on this drive.
A couple of tackles for the junior. As the clock ticks down.
2nd and 7.
Nearing the conclusion of the first quarter. This is what Charlotte Latin came in wanting to do. Is bleed clock. Logan over the middle, and it's dropped incomplete. Couldn't quite connect with Dunson, the tight end.
I like the aggressiveness there, but he got maybe a little bit greedy. That was a little bit more difficult of a throw than he needed to. Watch right out in front of him. Banks cutter number 9. He's right there. Throw it right there near the sticks. He turns up, gets 4 or 5 yards, and he's close to a first down. That was a little bit more difficult throw through more traffic, and he's unable to get it completed.
Another 3rd and 7 for Charlotte Latin. I was mentioning just a moment ago, Reggie, this is kind of what they wanted to do. We're almost through with the first quarter. They've taken up a lot of game time with their offense on the field. I don't think they quite anticipated Providence Day getting a couple of quick scores, though, right? If they had it their way, it'd still be 0-0 or something close to it.
Absolutely.
Logan with some time. Galloway in pursuit and forces the deep throw incomplete.
That's good feel by Logan, understanding that it was just not there. He tried to give it as much time as he could. He's got pressure coming to him. Just get rid of the football. Don't turn it over there. Don't take a big sack.
Now bring up 4th down.
And get ready for 4th down. Which, again, they're in plus territory. You don't get much out of a punt here. So going forward is the right math here.
4th and 7 for Charlotte Latin.
He may short punt this, yep.
Logan kicks it out of bounds, and that might not have gotten to the 20. It is exactly at the 20.
Yeah, he rushed that. He's got to take his time. I think he rushed that one a little bit. Didn't get all of it. And right now, if you're the Hawks on defense, first piece of the conversation is no explosive play here, right? Keep your eyes on the quarterback. Don't give up anything explosive, but stay disciplined. Don't have dirty eyes and give up a big play in the passing game, because at some point, Chad Greer is going. Zaid Lott does an excellent job recognizing if he goes out there and sees a heavy coverage look where they're dropping 7 or 8 guys, he'll take off and run. He can check to that in this system.
Right
3 plays from scrimmage so far for the PD offense. They've all 3 been Zaid Lott runs. 2 have gone for touchdowns. And flags. This penalty will go against the Chargers.
Illegal procedure penalty called against the Chargers.
It's a pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, you can see it on the left side of your screen. Both receivers reacted, and there's the penalty.
Ethan Dempsey and Bauer Sodoma. As now Lott's going to make some changes. It's Fletcher in the slot. Lott rolls, keeps it, and is hit hard at the 15-yard line.
Zaid Lott rolling out.
Miles Gathers with the big hit that time.
Senior linebacker ends the first quarter that way. Still Providence Day football with a 14-0 lead.
And that's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen, your score.
Start of the second quarter on our WCCB Game of the Week. 14-0 lead for Providence Day, who snaps it to their star quarterback, Zaid Lott. And he takes off with it himself. And is tripped up past the 30-yard line. That's where the first down marker was. It'll move the sticks for the Chargers.
And again, this coverage defense, they're dropping 7 guys. So they're going to force Lott to either take off and run, or if he stays in the pocket too long, it's going to be a sack. But that time he picked up a Bodyworks Plus first down.
Now he hands off. Aiden Gallows with the first run, not by Zaid Lott tonight.
And Richard Lynch, again, this is a cover 2 look, so he's a rolled-up corner number 5. Richard Lynch, he's rolled up. He sees the run coming his way from the back. He steps up as a rolled-up corner, makes the play against the running game, sets up a 2nd and long.
2nd and 9 to be exact. Lott out of the shotgun. Hands it again to Gallows. Not much room. Up the gut. He gets 2 yards out.
Looking for some running room. He's wrapped up and brought
Again,
down.
the first couple of possessions, Lott ran wild. Now,
after a gain of 3
they're able to calm down, settle in a little bit, playing much better defensively against the run, particularly the non-quarterback run.
Now 3rd and 7. Lott play fake, air mails it. He was looking for Sodoma.
Matt Flynn does an excellent job, number 60. He's the left defensive end. Look at him near the top of the screen. See, he shows up. He's right there, and he's able, as soon as Lott gets his head around, he sees that big number 60 in his face, and he forces the errant throw. There's the incompletion. So that time, this cover 2 defense, what they were able to do on the first couple of downs against the running game with the rolled-up corners and the linebackers, they do a nice job there, and now they force the incompletion on 3rd down and get a punt. Well, in theory, a punt. We know Chad Greer.
Charlotte Latin was skeptical as well, but on that movement, McGill drops back deep to receive the punt. And it's booted away. McGill from the 19. Tripped up his own man and is pushed out of bounds. He didn't get anything on that, as the spot will be at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, his own man trying to block for him, and he kind of gets caught in a bad spot. So he's trying to move out of the way. That's number 21, Will Morton there. He's trying to get out of the way and ends up kind of being in McGill's lane, if you will, of getting up the field. And that minimizes that return.
That feels like a big stop for Charlotte Latin. They didn't get one in the first quarter, remember. And if their game plan, offensively anyway, of trying to use as much time as they can is going to work, Reggie, it's going to have to be in concert with getting those kinds of stops and preventing PD from scoring.
Yeah, they got to get points too, though, and that's been the issue so far, is getting positive yards, getting up the field. And Douglas that time stopped for a negative play.
2nd TFL tonight for Justin Abenqua.
Well, they get penetration up the middle, and that just messes everything up.
Abenqua with another legendary tackle brought to you by Queen City Home Store, taking on the toughest stains at home with the toughest washers in the game.
Well, Griff Galloway got the penetration that started the problem for the Hawks on that particular play. Anytime you get penetration against the running game, you can create a big problem in a negative play really fast.
2nd and 13. Logan to throw. Moves away from trouble. More trouble coming his way. Throws on the run, and it drops incomplete.
Yeah, he was initially looking for McGill out to the right. They had that covered up really well. Then he had to scramble back to his left. You watch him here. See, now he's moving back to the left already. McGill's already out of the play. Now McGill started working more vertical, but with the angle that Logan had, he wasn't able to set up his feet and make that kind of throw and push it down the field.
3rd and 13 for Charlotte Latin. They're 4 of 6 on thirds so far. This is their longest attempt on 3rd down.
Yeah, and it's a predictable situation, which is not what they wanted with 3rd and +10.
Logan quickly Sends it to McGill, and it was nearly picked off, but incomplete.
It was Sutton again. They're trying to pick on the sophomore corner, and he was ready for that one. He's squatting. Look at him at the bottom of the screen. See, he's squatting on a slant or kind of a stop route and nearly picks that ball off. That's a great job reading it, understanding the situation. He knows they're not really going to probably test him vertically, especially because he's playing off coverage. So he's able to play a little bit off what we call a catch technique, sit at 6 or 7 yards, and then attack anything underneath you.
4th down, Latin deep into their own territory. Leffler gets a good punt off, all things considered. And Steele Fletcher stays on his feet. Wow, across midfield even.
Number 6, Steele Fletcher.
Yeah, this one's going to come back with a flag. Dallas Chapman, I think they're going to say he got pushed in the back right near where Fletcher caught that football. I think this one might be coming back even more, back into Providence State territory. Yep, they're starting to march it.
Now block in the back is the signal.
You'll see it right here, right near where the ball is caught.
To the 35-yard line.
See, as he gets it right there, that's what they call. I didn't see a ton there. They get Sutton, the sophomore. I didn't see a ton, but there was contact. And anytime you get your arms extended after being in the back of a player in a special teams game, they're going to call it every time.
Now the spot back 15 yards from where it otherwise would have been. From the 35, handoff on 1st and 10.
Gallows with the hand
Aiden Gallows up to the 45-yard line. Not quite, 9 on the carry.
Gain of 9 on the play.
2nd and 1.
I think it should be a steady diet of Aiden Gallows for an extended period of time here in this game to try to get the Hawks out of this too high safety look.
Gallows again on 2nd and 1. And he picks up 4 and the 1st down.
And see, that time they started at a too high look. You see the corners drop. One safety comes down in the box, so they end up going to almost a covered 3 look. But it didn't matter because you run the football underneath that. Body works plus 1st down.
That's Dwayne Barber, number 50.
Under 8.5 to play in the first half. Providence Day in control. With another extension of the drive. Lott, play fake, is going to throw now. Bumped as he got rid of it. And it drops incomplete. Nice play by Chapman, who forces the incompletion.
Yeah, he's kind of he's kind of playing a little bit more. He was playing like an outside linebacker, nickel kind of spot. He drops deep, and he's able to be underneath that throw, attacks it, and gets his hand in there to knock that ball away.
Lott was looking for Ethan Dempsey, number 25. And now it's 2nd and 10. A little misdirection, hesitation before the handoff. Gallows right up the gut and on to the 35-yard line. Big gain and a 1st down.
Hey, shout out to Chad Greer and his patience with this offense. He loves to push the ball down the field, but he recognizes what the Hawks are doing defensively, so he's willing to allow Aiden Gallows to be a bell cow back, carry the football to a large volume of carries, and they pick up another Bodyworks plus 1st down.
Now it's another 1st and 10 for Providence Day. More running it. Gallows again. Has 2 on the carry. And 2nd and 8 coming.
You take out the first 2 drives, this is exactly the kind of game that Latin head coach Drew Dayton wanted. He wanted a run-focused football game, and he wanted to make Providence Day beat him by driving the ball 10, 12, 15 plays on the ground.
It's a run again. Good patience by Gallows, who has a chance to break to the outside. A stiff arm does it to the corner, and he's in for the score.
Dodgers.
33 yards for Gallows.
And again, we talked about he wants them to run the football. What he didn't expect, Coach Dayton, that is to miss this many tackles. They missed him about 5 or 6 times, and he just keeps running hard. Gallows does and gets in the end zone. One of the things about you can play whatever defense you want, you still have to tackle. Blocking and tackling, the foundation of the sport, that time didn't do an excellent job of tackling.
Jacob Baggett on for his third extra point of the evening.
Snap, the hold, the kick is up, it's in the barbecue.
And he shuttles it through the uprights to make it 21-0. Providence Day, 3 rushing scores and a big lead on Charlotte Latin.
Your score, Providence Day 21.
Back with you on our game of the week. A battle of undefeateds that has been a little one-sided so far. 21-0 in favor of Providence Day, who after scoring will kick it off again. This kickoff powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
Right now the Hawks have to look within themselves and ask themselves, can they come back? Can they handle this kind of adversity? They've had a lot of success this season. Haven't really been in this spot. How do they respond right now?
Another touchback.
And
Charlotte Latin will begin.
Baggett's kick.
Another offensive series.
The end zone, Hawks ball.
Again, Reggie, the Hawks have looked decent on offense. And again, they've got what I think is a good game plan where they're trying to leak a lot of clock and shorten the game when they're on the field offensively. I think they've got a good plan defensively, but the matter of the fact is, as we saw in the last series, you still have to make tackles. They didn't do that against Aiden Gallows on his way to a 33-yard rushing score. And then sometimes you're going to get beaten out by good athletes, which is what Zaid Lott did the first 2 series.
Absolutely. And so right now you have to look at your athletes if you're the Hawks. And somebody's just got to go make a play to energize this sideline and this football team.
Troy Logan is their quarterback out of the shotgun, goes underneath, and it's a quick screen pass to Dylan Mulligan. Picks up a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 9. First reception for Mulligan.
Yeah, it's something like this. I like the idea, but it's got to be quick and crisp because this Providence Day defense can really, really run. So you have to have great timing and excellent execution so that you can crease these guys on something like that. That time, if the ball's a little bit more zip on the ball there, all of a sudden receiver can get up the field a half second quicker, and you may be able to turn that into a 10, 15-yard gain.
Dijon Douglas right up the gut and stopped for maybe even a half-a-yard loss to bring up third down.
Charger D-line credited with the tackle. No gain of the play.
Defensive front not being moved from the line of scrimmage, and that's the big key. If you're the Hawk, you have to find a way in the running game to start getting some push at the line of scrimmage to give these backs, I should say really just Douglas, give him a chance to see some daylight and then use it to his advantage.
Providence Day doing a great job against the running back number 0 so far, averaging over 11 yards per carry coming into this game. Now 3rd and 9. Logan's going to throw on the run and just ahead of the intended target, Mulligan.
Intended for number 22, Dylan Mulligan.
Incomplete, 4th down.
Mulligan was actually working toward the middle of the field initially on this route, and then he sees his quarterback in trouble, works back out to the corner, and Logan, unable to really truly get his feet set, is incomplete.
4th and 9. Here's Hunter Leffler again. And the punt was affected by Providence Day, perhaps even tipped. And now it's down.
They say it was partially blocked. I think that was number 9 coming off the edge, a Banco.
Caleb Cooper.
See him here off the. No, I think that's actually 19 Gathers coming off the edge there, and he gets a piece of that one.
44-yard line, and that's where the Chargers will take over. 1st and 10.
Trey Gathers provides some easy, good field position for the Chargers.
Now, here's what folks at home should understand in this situation. 4:55 to go. In Chad Greer's mind, the head coach and play caller at Providence State, there are 3 possessions at least left in this second quarter. He expects to try to score here, get a stop, and get the ball back before this quarter ends.
From the plus 44, Lott slings it toward the sideline, caught, and Bauer Sodoma gets it past the 40.
Number 44.
Gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And that's a prime example. They're going to be aggressive trying to push this ball down the field. And it's going to be up to the Hawks to stay disciplined, keep leverage with their coverage, and not allow anything big down the field here.
Ryan Marks, number 6, comes up to make the stop.
Make them throw underneath and then rally and tackle. For a screen to the right here.
Well, trips receivers, and instead Lott goes over the middle, and it's caught by Gordon Sellers, the Clemson commit.
Yeah, this is just a great job. They got a trips in a tight formation over there, a little bit of a switch release concept there, and they actually call this ball incomplete. And Sellers is saying, hey, I caught that.
Pass intended number 5. Gordon Sellers falls incomplete.
So it will be 3rd and 4 for the Chargers instead. A couple of personnel changes maybe considered there by Chad Greer, but Sodoma stays on. He's the man in motion. Lott hands it. Gallows up the middle and gets the first down.
Yeah, they got away with one there actually, because as Sodoma went in motion, one of the receivers at the top was still getting in his stance. They didn't call it, and they run the ball with Gallows there to pick up another Body Works plus first down.
So Providence Day now just 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. They haven't needed it to be crisp because they on thirds anyways, because they haven't had thirds. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Lott. Pocket collapses. Somehow he breaks free. A flag on the far sideline. Lott got right back to the line of scrimmage.
You wonder if this was a formation issue or a shift issue with that ball coming out right at the snap.
In the backfield. Zay Lott tackled in the backfield. Illegal shift called against the Chargers.
Illegal shift against Providence Day.
And I think they're going to get, I guess they're getting the motion man for moving toward the line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped. Perhaps. I didn't see much else there.
Backs it up to 1st and 15. Lott hands it. Gallows, lots of space up the middle. Shuffles between the hashers, and he's down at the 10, but a flag is out near the line of scrimmage.
Finally brought down inside the 10.
That was that.
Yep, they're coming back with this one. It's going to be an illegal shift again.
Illegal formation called against the Chargers. Nullifies the
and nobody's on the line of scrimmage. All 3 receivers at the top of the screen. And this, again, this kind of is on the quarterback lot. He's got to make sure that he doesn't snap the ball too quickly, and those guys, the receivers, have to be checking with the official to make sure they're on the line of scrimmage, off the line of scrimmage. So it's partially on those receivers, but part of that is on the quarterback. He's trying to snap the ball so fast, trying to go so quickly that they're not properly getting lined up and executed.
The Chargers are even farther behind schedule.
And you see at the bottom of the screen here, now they call a timeout, but at the bottom of the screen, Gordon Sellers looked at the official twice and said, I'm on, and got the head nod from him to make sure they're properly lined up.
Coming up for your halftime entertainment.
So Chad Greer calls a timeout. It's his first. 2 remaining for Providence Day. Charlotte Latin called one earlier this half. They have 2 remaining.
That's one of the things, getting back to the penalty, that's one of the things with offenses that like tempo or like to go a little bit faster. The quarterback still has to make sure that everybody is lined up and set before he snaps that football.
Providence Day, just a look at the numbers so far this season. They have been dominant on their way to a 7-0 start. A fairly balanced attack, but again, Lott, the quarterback, is a big piece of obviously the passing yards. He's a large portion of those rushing yards as well, 500 on the season.
Yeah, second leading rusher coming in. So he's a key piece of that. Actually, I checked that. He's the leading rusher for the team coming in, and Aiden Gallows right behind him with 400-plus yards as well.
And their families. It is HOCO 2025. Love having you back.
Lott drops back, long way to go, so they dump it down on a screen. And Steele Fletcher is ripped down to the ground by Dallas Chapman.
Yeah, and there's a flag down. 2 things. Number 1, that's a great call. The pass rush is coming. You go with a little bit of a screen to Fletcher, but I think this is a poor call by the officials. This is not a horse collar. This was 2 pieces, 2 hands on 2 different parts of the jersey and slung the player down. I don't agree with this call. If they do, in fact, call a horse collar, this is not a horse collar penalty, in my opinion. We'll take another look at it. It's coming to the bottom of the screen here. Again, they run the screen. And right here, the defensive back, see, he's got a piece of each side on the back of the jersey, and he just pulls them down. I didn't see a horse collar there.
Providence Day is now in the NC Public Health red zone. And it's an end around. Here's still Fletcher working his way over the middle. And he's down at the 10-yard line.
They handled it actually pretty well. They didn't let him turn the corner, but as he turned up the field, they just didn't make the tackle. See, right here, he's right there. Now you got to make that play, spins out of one, and then he drives the legs there and gets down inside the 10-yard line.
The gain of 9 of the play.
Makes it 2nd and 1. Chargers are at the 9, as a matter of fact. And again, Fletcher into the end zone this time. A 9-yard rushing score for Steele Fletcher, or a shovel pass forward, so technically not a run. Either way, Fletcher points it for the Chargers.
Yeah, and this is just speed, right? They just don't. They feel like if they block it properly, they're not going to be able to beat him to the edge. He's got too much speed, and Fletcher shows that speed, turns the corner, touchdown.
Number 30, Jacob Daggett into attempt the extra point. Cater to hold, the snap to hold, the kick is up.
Daggett puts the extra point through, and it is 28-0. Another look at it.
And with the $125 here,
see, it's just speed, right? They go to the wide side of the field, and they say, we can outrun you there with Steele Fletcher. Nobody is keeping up with that guy and the kind of speed he has.
Steele Fletcher is our Fred Caldwell Chevrolet Speed Check. Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit fredcaldwellchevy.com. One of the fastest guys in the area, I would say, in open space with the ball in his hands.
Not the biggest guy, but one of the most effective. And, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because his dad, London Fletcher, was not the biggest NFL linebacker you'd find. But you know what? He was one of the most effective NFL linebackers you would find. How about London? Great guy. I've had several chances to be around London. Just a really good guy who obviously as a father has a chance to see his son do his thing on a regular basis. And is there a better football player name as the kickoff careens off the crossbar? Is there a better football name than Steele Fletcher? He's got to be on our all-name team.
Yeah, we don't have one of those quite yet, but we probably should.
Yeah,
there's some good ones.
We'll have to talk to our producers.
Actually, you know what?
that.
Number 9 in white there, Banks Cutter. He's a contender.
I like Niall Diggs.
Yep.
You know, Nail Diggs. His name is not Nail, it's Niall. But, you know,
another son of a former NFL player.
His father, Niall Diggs, was a really good football player.
Here's Charlotte Latin with just under a minute and a half left in the half. Douglas stopped in the backfield. Caleb Cooper again comes off of his spot as the DB.
And what did I tell you before? Chad Greer about the possessions. Chad Greer just took a timeout.
Yeah.
He's going to do everything he can to get this football back. So if you're Coach Drew Dayton, you have to stay aggressive here, because if you think you're just going to run the clock out and go to halftime, Chad Greer has other ideas. Now, I think he's down to just one timeout.
One timeout
So
remaining.
he could take one after second down, which would likely have it somewhere in the neighborhood of 110. And then if you're Latin, you run another play. Takes you down to about a minute. Then by the time you let the play clock run down that 40 seconds, you're down to about 20 seconds. So at the very least, Chad Greer hoping that they have to punt the ball to who? Steele Fletcher.
Troy Logan out of the timeout. Looked like he got crossed up with his running back Douglas, and Cooper brings him down at the 5.
Second down. Number 4.
And I think Chad Greer is going to hold on to the timeout,
back at the 12-yard line,
hoping that potentially they either throw the ball here or he can call it after third down to force the punt.
Let me ask you something, Reggie. We've seen that confusion offensively for Latin on a few occasions.
Yeah.
What all goes into that? How does that happen?
Yeah, a lot of it's just mental errors, right? And sometimes for players, all of a sudden it's 28-0. You've never been in this situation. Well, you haven't been in this situation at least this season. And you're looking around, you're a little bit confused, and it's got you out of sorts. They've got to calm down and try to execute what's being called.
3rd and 22. Logan to Mulligan, who's wrapped up immediately and brought down. Trey Gathers with the tackle, and now a timeout called by Providence Day, their final of the half.
And good on it was very important there for the Hawks to make sure they completed that, because the last thing you wanted to do was throw an incompletion and allow Chad Greer and Providence Day to have that timeout on their offensive possession. Now without a timeout, in theory, the conversation with Coach Drew Dayton and the Hawks is, listen, we got to go cover the punt, get the guy on the ground, which, by the way, they may have Leftwood punt the ball near the sideline. And we watched him in pregame. He was very good at dropping the football down right on the sideline. So that's something they may have him do here. And then you're telling your guys, hey, keep everything in front of us, and then we go tackle. If we rally and tackle one time, they'll only get one play in the half. You got Fletcher and Gordon Sellers back to return this punt. Neither of which you want to kick to, but Fletcher is ridiculously dangerous. And they've got an up man just in case as well.
Leffler sends it high and short, and it is caught right at the sideline.
Well, he was kicking it out of bounds, and Gordon Sellers went and got it. He's trying to angle this football out of bounds away from Fletcher, and Sellers shows the speed and comes and gets it on the run, because he knows if that ball bounces and stays in bounds, that Latin's going to let it roll around and eat up some clock. That's great awareness by Gordon Sellers. The Clemson commit, Johnny on the spot, Gordo as they call him.
So 5 seconds on the clock. Providence Day has no timeouts.
I think Chad Greer is going to try. Yes. He's going to try to free kick this.
A rare end to the first half.
This is it's one of the little known rules. If you do that, you can kick it here and you get a free kick. And if he can put it through the uprights, it's 3 points.
Feel like it's a call.
How about this? Jacob Baggett from 38 yards out. 48 rather, at the 38. Sends it up.
It's up.
And through the uprights. So Providence Day does get points out of the final 5 seconds of the game. And Baggett's leg makes it 31-0 as we head to the locker rooms. Halftime and a big Providence Day lead here on our WCCB Game of the Week.
Providence Day 31.
Halftime on our WCCB Game of the Week, and something I don't think we've ever seen on this package before going into the half, the free kick, and it's 31-0 Providence Day with a big advantage on their homecoming night as you see them set up. But it is halftime here on the WCCB Game of the Week, and you know what that means. It's time for our senior spotlight.
My name is Noah Hardy. I'm 16 years old and I'm a junior at Fort Mill High School. I grew up in a soccer background with all my family playing soccer, and they got me into travel soccer at a young age, and I really enjoyed it, but now I take football more seriously and only play football.
I played soccer in high school and I played in college. That's actually how I met my husband. We played on a co-ed soccer team together, and both of our kids played soccer along with many other sports. My daughter went on to play Division I soccer at the University of West Georgia, where she's a freshman right now. When Noah transitioned from soccer to football, we were excited because we knew that although he loved soccer, football was his passion.
My high school football career started on JV when I was a freshman. I played slot receiver and kicker. Then my sophomore year I switched to kicker and punter only, and I was on varsity as the starter. I'm the kicker and punter on varsity still.
When Noah first came to us, he was undersized, skinny little receiver, but very athletic, very fast. And he also said he could kick. So during his freshman year, on the JV team, he played receiver, he punted, he kicked off for us.
He found his passion for kicking when he was in middle school, and that was his thing. He just really focused on that. And I think part of having the soccer background really helped him with the kicking.
I think soccer has done wonders for him, just utilizing spatial awareness, field awareness, foot coordination, and knowing which panel the ball he wants to make contact with, his steps, but he's really just a student of the game. He loves it, he studies what he does, and he works at his craft.
Noah's dedication to the sport of football and to his kicking is something that we are just extremely proud of. He will wake up the next morning after coming home from a game at 12 o'clock at night, and he will call coach and ask him to open up the field so that he can tweak some of the things that he wasn't happy with the day before.
My favorite kick that I've had in my career was week 5 this year against Catawba Ridge. It was a 54-yard field goal in the first quarter.
So the 54-yarder, I think we got a penalty the previous play or the play before. Moved us back, but he was all ready to go.
I remember that kick. I was super nervous, as I always am when he's about to kick.
Originally, it was a 49-yard field goal from the right hash, and we got a penalty from being offsides or a false start. So we had to move it back 5, but I kicked the 49-yard field goal and made it, and then we moved it back. I didn't even look how far it was.
They started shouting that it was 54 yards, and I just was extremely proud and so happy and relieved, of course, at the same time.
I got confidence in that kid. I mean, I've seen him do it hundreds of times out here at practice. The team trusts him, I trust him, and just go for it, man.
He wants to be the best kicker in the country, and he has said that many times. I think he can do it. I do.
Noah as a person is just an awesome kid. He's got high character. You can always count on him. He is where he says he's going to be. He does what he says he's going to do. He lifts with his team. He runs with his team. His teammates respect him, but they trust him as well. The sky's the limit with that guy. I mean, he's an awesome student. He's a great person. He's obviously got the talent. I mean, you're kicking 58-yard, 54-yard field goals as a junior and consistently getting kickoffs in the end zone. There's not a team in the country that wouldn't want that.
Noah, we are so proud of you, your dad and I. We cannot even put into words how much we love watching you play and compete, and your passion for the game is just something that is very special, and we will watch you every time, every game, and we are just so proud of you and know that you can accomplish all your goals.
Hey, I'm Noah Hardy, and this is my Varsity Spotlight.
A member of the Providence State community since 4th grade. He competes on
the WCCB Game of the Week is presented by Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination. By North Carolina Public Health. We are NC Public Health. Everywhere, every day, everybody. Visit ncdhhs.gov. By Bodyworks Plus, Vision Repair Center, keeping families safe since 1998. And by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit FredCaldwellChevy.com. It has been all Providence Day on the Chargers' homecoming night with the Hawks from Charlotte Latin in town. Halftime continues when we return 31-0 PD lead on our WCCB Game of the Week.
Is a member of the National Honor Society, Students for Students, and a co-leader. Ciccoletti and Osvaldo Haynes.
I've been going about 7 years.
Providence Day 31, Charlotte Latin nothing. Midway through our WCCB Charlotte Game of the Week. We've got a good one coming your way a week from tonight. Be sure to join us. 7 o'clock kick between Huff and Myers Park. And Myers Park will be the hosts for the first time this season. Seeing Huff, Myers Park having a great year. The surprises in the area. Huff and Myers Park are WCCB Charlotte High School Football Game of the Week. Next week, 7 o'clock kick. Be sure to join us. Still halftime here in Providence Day as homecoming festivities continue. Stay with us.
Osvaldo has been a proud member of the Providence Day community since 10th. And achievements have earned her induction into the National Cum Laude Society.
31-0 halftime lead for Providence Day on our WCCB Game of the Week. I'm Darren Vaught with Reggie Walker as always. And Reggie, this one got out of hand quickly for Charlotte Latin on PD's homecoming night.
Yeah, the quarterback run game with Zaid Lott really impacted this football game early. A couple of huge runs to start this ball game on the first two possessions. You see the 2 touchdown runs here, but there was another 60-yard run included in a 40-plus yard run, I should say, included in there as well. And all of a sudden, this offense was off and running. And then when they locked down against the quarterback run game, Aiden Gallows got going with his feet, running the football as well.
33 yards for the score for Gallows. That made it 21-0 in the second quarter after the Jacob Baggett extra point. And then this Little toss forward to steal Fletcher. He's into the end zone from 9 yards out. Extra point good. It's 28-0. And how about this? The free kick rule coming into play. A 48-yard free kick, good for 3 more points as time expired in the second quarter, and Providence Day with a 31-0 lead.
And that was off a heads-up play by Gordon Sellers, the all-everything wide receiver, Clemson commit, understood the situation, made the fair catch on the punt, which allows you to set up for the free kick.
So it has been all Chargers on top of Charlotte Latin, 31-0 in this one, as halftime continues on our Game of the Week. Almost ready to resume play with the start of the second half, but we got to clear some things off of the field there here at Providence Day School. As you can see, Reggie Walker, Darren Vaught with you on our WCCB Charlotte High School Football Game of the Week, and it's been all Providence Day so far, 31-0. We showed highlights prior to this point here during halftime. Zaid Lott with a couple of rushing touchdowns. First, this one from 15 yards out. He ran it for 50 yards prior to this to get to that point. So
2 plays, 65-yard drive.
2 plays, 65 yards. And then starting from the 44 on the first play from scrimmage, the next time up, Lott, end zone again. His third 100-plus rushing yard game of the season already. 3 plays from scrimmage in. And then Aiden Gallows, 33, takes it 33 to the end zone to to make it a quick 4-score game. That was in the second quarter. Steele Fletcher from 9 yards out there as well. And Jacob Baggett with the unusual play but legal play, a free kick after the fair catch, 48 yards to tack on 3 more, and that's how we got where we are. Reg, I want to talk about Drew Dayton, the head coach for Charlotte Latin, and his game plan coming into this. I think there have been signs that it could have been there for the Hawks. If not for some special plays early by the quarterback for Providence Day, Zaid Lott, and then on the Aiden Gallows running play that he went 33 yards on, as you mentioned at the time, you gotta be cleaner defensively and make some tackles. But on offense, they've moved it okay. They haven't gotten into the end zone, but they were 4 of their first 5 on third down conversions. And again, they were moving it okay. They were eating up a lot of clock. You just couldn't stop the big plays.
And even on a couple of the lot runs, going back to that point, even on the first big run, the first 50-yarder or so, he broke several tackles before he got into open space. So again, tackling is fundamental. They missed some tackles. That's been a part of the issue so far. And then, listen, to your point, the game plan, 2 high safeties, keep this offense from being explosive over the top, make them play underneath. They've done an excellent job with that. They just got to rally and tackle better here in the second half.
Providence Day will kick it away. This kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
By the way, Darren, to that point, I had a chance to leave our broadcast booth and get a look at this crowd that is here at this game. And this place, particularly on the home side, there is not an empty space. I didn't say seat, space to find on the home side here. This place is packed.
Has been a great environment for Providence Day's homecoming, as Baggett again sends it to the end zone for a touchback. Here's a good look at it.
First and 10 at their own 20.
I mean, look at this place. There is not much room to do anything except enjoy yourself. And you see on the opposite side there, people standing along the rail. I mean, this place is packed. Whoever's collecting at the turnstiles has pulled in some money tonight.
Troy Logan leads the offense on 1st and 10. He turns it around and gives it to Dejon Douglas, who stopped.
Handoff goes to number 0, Dejon Douglas.
For no gain.
And they're just unable to get any movement at the line of scrimmage. Doing a nice job. I like some of the play design, but just unable to get any real movement at the line of scrimmage. And that time, Quentin McCray comes in, number 7, to make a nice play.
Hudson Clavin was there, number 56 in gray, just pointed toward the sideline. It's been impressive. Douglas is one of the best running backs in the area. PD's done a great job against him tonight. Deep ball for Mulligan, the tight end, and it's knocked away, incomplete. And there's Lucas Sutton getting his first start at the varsity level this season.
Yeah, watch Sutton. He's at the bottom of the screen, does a nice job backpedaling out, and then turns and runs and attacks the football. What I love there, he's playing the football. Regardless of the receiver, he's focused on the football, and he's able to get up and knock that one away. As you see Zaid Lott getting warmed up for his next opportunity. But Sutton, again, the sophomore coming up from JV, has acquitted himself really well so far in this ballgame.
3rd and 10 for Charlotte Latin. Logan can't escape. What a chase down by Jace Goodwin, his 7th sack to lead the team this season.
Yeah, Goodwin does an excellent job. He's not going to let Logan get outside of him. He's at the top of the screen. So he just sits down. He lets the tight end cross his face because he knows there's help.
Number 15,
and then goes and makes the play.
Bringing it down in the backfield.
And This forces a punt.
Loss on the play will bring up 4th and long for the Hawks.
Hunter Leffler out of his own end zone. Kicks it away. Here's Steele Fletcher. Wow, what a burst of speed to get past that first level. Shakes a man. And is stopped near the 20-yard line. Very short field for the Chargers here, and still on his feet. Never got brought down.
That guy goes 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Watch this. Right here, he's kind of meandering and go. And all of a sudden, in one step, this guy is out the gate with that speed.
Well, at first it looked like his teammate Gordon Sellers, who was also back to return, was going to be a lead blocker, but Steele just outran him.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need it. Get out of my way.
20 yards to go for another score for Providence Day, and Lott finds Sellers, who had it punched away. Incomplete is the call.
Nice coverage that time. I think that was
5, Gordon Sellers.
Will Morton, number 21, I believe, on the coverage.
2nd and 10.
They've done a nice job, for the most part, in any kind of passing game that's been vertical. That's the second time they've been able to rake the ball out of there and not allow Gordon Sellers to complete a catch in this game.
Second down. Aiden Gallows, his first carry of the second half, picks up a couple of yards.
Handoff up the middle. Jack Criswell, number 24.
Providence Day is in the North Carolina Public Health red zone now.
Dallas Chapman, number 2.
And forgive me, that was Jack Criswell with his first carry of the game, number 24 there in gray.
3rd and 8 now for the Chargers.
Chargers were 1 for 2 on third downs in the first half. This is 3rd and 8. Criswell wrapped up, and it was stripped away and on the ground. But he had a full head of steam where the momentum sort of pushed him on top of the loose football.
Yeah, he came back to the football. You'll see it squirt out right there. And he pops right back up and beats everybody to the football. How about that?
Inside the 10 and good enough for a Charger.
So that picks up the first down.
And it's only a first down because he recovered it. If it were one of his teammates, they wouldn't be able to take the advancement.
So now from the 9, Zaid Lott. Plenty of time. Runs into space. Jukes. And is brought down right at the 1.
Keeps it himself.
That's a great job by Lott because he avoided a big hit from number 1, Niall Diggs there. Stops and lets the big guy run by him.
Lott from the 1. Pass tipped up into the air, and it drops incomplete. That was scary for a team that has not turned it over a lot this year.
Yeah, they bring Anthony McGill on a little bit of a blitz. His job is to keep Lott from getting around the edge. He gets that left hand up and knocks it away.
So Lott with a new play call here. 3rd down, goal to go from the 1.
Third short. Jumbo package in.
Hands it on an end around. The tackle made by Dallas Chapman. They gave it to Ethan Dempsey.
Matt Flynn did not make the tackle, but he made that play. Watch number 60 right here. Get the penetration. See, he blows that thing up in the backfield, slows everything down, and then they're able to clean it up on the back end. That's an excellent job. Great play that time by Flynn. And they force a field goal attempt. This is really well executed on the defensive end here.
A loss of 6. So 4th and goal from the 7. Jacob Baggett out to attempt the field goal.
And a nice job by the Hawks this time defensively. They tackle a little bit more cleanly, and they're able to force a field goal attempt even after the positive field position to start the drive.
24 yards.
And it's good.
Baggett hits it, and adds 3 more for Providence Day. His second field goal. The first was on that free kick to close out the first half. Now 34-1, 34-0, excuse me. Providence Day ahead, 7:41 remaining in the third. Back on our game of the week, a battle of undefeateds going the way of the Chargers to this point. 34-0 lead, another score via the Jacob Baggett field goal and another kickoff powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
Number 21, Ryan marks number 6.
So progress for Charlotte Latin in that they get a stop. It was 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. They get a lost play. 4th down. Providence Day elects to kick the field goal. And it's back to the end zone again, another touchback. So scoring points, obviously, also in the game plan for Charlotte Latin. It's something they haven't done tonight.
Yeah.
Reg, what do they got to do to break through?
Yeah, somebody's got to do something individually. I think Logan's got to maybe look to get out of the pocket, maybe tuck one and do something with his feet. And obviously they haven't been able to get Douglas going at all because they haven't got much of a push at the line of scrimmage. They need somebody to make an individual play here.
Troy Logan fakes the handoff to Douglas on 1st down. Had McGill, but threw it maybe just a tick behind him, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, and if McGill's able to make that catch, and again, he'll tell you he's got to make the catch, but to your point, Darren, you got to make a little bit better throw there. I think if that happens, not only is that a catch and a 1st down, there's an opportunity to turn that into a little bit of an explosive play.
Logan on 2nd and 10. Gives to Dejon Douglas. And he's wrapped up at the 25-yard line. Gain of 4. The spot's at the 24. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, and that's really the first time that we've seen a situation. Watch the pull right here by big number 50. Matthew Barber, that's the first time we've seen one of those guys that's come across the pool actually get a chance to turn up the field and go find work at the second level. So a little bit better execution that time at the point of attack there to give them a chance to get up the field, and it's a nice gain of about 4.5 yards.
Douglas goes off the field. Dallas Chapman takes his place, and Logan is alone in the backfield on 3rd and 6. Oh, no, pressure. Logan steps ahead. More pressure coming, and he has to throw it away.
And see, that time I think that's where Logan, as soon as he started to step up in the pocket, just go ahead and tuck it and get as much as you can and see if you can get yourself maybe set up for a 4th down, go for it, or even pick up a 1st down. See, right now, take off and run. And I realized really quickly that space got closed up by Will Wagner, but you got to see if you can try to maybe make that guy miss and make a play there. Like to see Logan be a little more aggressive with his feet.
Especially after the first effort, you made Goodwin miss. Leffler, another punt. Goes out of bounds. This is going to be another good spot to start the drive for Providence Day.
Great field position in plus territory. I think this is where Chad Greer is going to try to see if they can push the ball down the field vertically.
Zaid Lott, clean pocket so far, has to get rid of it late, and it drops incomplete.
He was looking deep, and there was just nothing there. 2 high safeties, cover 2, just nothing there.
Zaid Lott's pass intended number 1. Max Cassell, incomplete.
Now to be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Chargers.
Lott steps up, breaks free, and steps out of bounds at the 39. A scramble of 6 yards, 3rd and 4 here.
Yeah, I like Lott's decision there. He's not going to subject himself to more physical punishment back there. Nothing there. He's able to outrun the pass rush and then get out of bounds. They are looking to try to attack vertically, and the Hawks are staying disciplined, not going to allow that to beat them.
PD 2 of 4 on 3rd down so far in the game. It's a handoff right up the chute, and a 1st down for Criswell.
Right up the gut.
Criswell doing a nice job. Just reads it. Gets behind Bauer Sodoma, number 44. Gets up the field. Bodyworks plus 1st down.
Charger.
Out the Latin 32-yard line. Lott bounces Sellers all the way out. Sellers receives the screen pass, has some good blocking. In, out, zigs, zags, and he's down at the 21.
Again, they do a nice job on the corner outside. They keep all of that in front. See, they keep the leverage to the outside. That's number 6 out there, Ryan Marks. He keeps the leverage to the outside and forces Sellers back inside where the help is. Didn't matter, because Gordon Sellers picks up the 1st down.
11 yards on the pitch and catch.
1st down. Thank you, cheerleaders.
Not on 1st down. Criswell gets through the hole and breaks free, and he's wrapped up from behind inside the 10 near the 5.
The 24, Jack Criswell.
Nice run that time by Criswell.
Getting the reps, winding his way down inside.
Good read, good vision. Bounces it outside.
First and goal from the 7.
Picks up another first down.
Providence stay in the North Carolina Public Health red zone at the 7-yard line.
Quentin McCray in there on offense now, and maybe a little bit of a personnel issue. They're missing somebody. They're going to run Goodwin out there late.
Lott with a man in motion. Gives it to Quentin McCray. And he's brought down inside the 3-yard line. Couple of rushing scores so far this season for McCray. They use him in this sort of heavy package.
He goes inside the 5.
He gives them what you call the big short yardage back in this particular scenario. And again, that time, get what he can, be physical.
And thanks to Eric Johnson, that was cubed to the 2.
And it's McCray again who shoulders his way across the plane and into the end zone. A big boy touchdown run for Quentin McCray, his 3rd of the season.
And this is just physicality, right? Just I'm going to run over a couple people on my way to the end zone.
Baggett in to attempt the extra point.
Baggett on for the extra point.
Snap the home, but it is up.
Chips it up and in. 41-0. Providence stay with the advantage. As the clock ticks away.
Tough sledding all night, obviously, for the Hawks of Charlotte Latin, particularly on offense. Right? We've seen some decent possessions by them defensively against an explosive Providence Day offense. But offensively, the Hawks really have struggled throughout this game. As you mentioned, they were okay on 3rd downs in the first half at one point. But after that, it has sort of gone downhill.
0 for their last 6, as a matter of fact. So we'll see if they can improve upon that after receiving the kickoff powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
They were 4 of their first 5.
Baggett's taken a lot of swings with that right leg. Yet again, it's into the end zone for a touchback. It has been a heavy dose of the running game for Providence Day. Couple of rushing scores by their quarterback, Zaid Lott. Aiden Gallows, we'll see here in just a moment, with a 33-yard touchdown. That's this one here. Gallows has not been in at all in the second half. And the most recent, Quentin McCray from 2 yards away. Troy Logan on 1st and 10 finds his receiver quickly toward the sideline. Christian Lyles, the tackle, driving the receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, they saw again that soft coverage, off coverage over there on that left side. Throw it over there quick, get a completion, and get positive yards on 1st down. I like this aggressive call on 1st down. Try to pick up a 1st down or try to pick up, obviously, some positive yards and some confidence for this offense.
7 yards on the reception for Anthony McGill.
A long 3.
And the clock hits 0, signaling the end of the 3rd quarter.
Providence State 41.
We'll move it to the other side of the field.
0.
Charlotte Latin keeps possession, 41-0. Providence Day, we go to the fourth. Let's start the fourth quarter here at Providence Day, their homecoming night. Quite the scene as the Chargers have put on a show, 41-0 over Charlotte Latin, who begins the final stanza with the football. 2nd and 3 for the Hawks, and they give it to Dijon Douglas, their star running back. And he powers forward for, it looks like a gain of 3. Flag you saw come flying.
And an injury.
Handoff up the middle goes to number 0. Dijon Douglas. Got a flag coming in.
And
the end of the play.
Timeout.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a personal foul face mask potentially here.
And yes, the personal foul is against the defense.
Personal foul call against Providence Day.
And if you're Chad Greer, the last thing you want is to start being less than clean and picking up penalties. As big number 60 Matt Flynn
is going
to make his way off the field after the injury. Hopefully he's able to get back in this ballgame.
Yeah, seemingly just cramping, so that's good. Walking on his own power back to the sideline, always good. Charlotte Latin broke the huddle and tried to set up where they were prior to the penalty. And so now just another huddle.
After the 15
with better proximity that time.
First down, Hawks at the 44.
Oh, the snap. Off to the side, Logan got a piece of it with his left hand and then had to fall on it.
Aaron Staff covered up number 4, Troy Logan.
Yeah, not quite coming to his hands.
Lost a 9 on the play, 2nd and 19 now for the Hawks.
And you see Providence stays back up there. Cole Cater getting warmed up. getting that arm loose to likely come in and hand that ball off.
Seems like the day is done for Zaid Lott, is the point. Maybe plenty of the other first-teamers. Logan, after the play fake, dumps it down. Banks Cutter catches, trying to get to the edge. Lowers his shoulder around the 45.
For Logan's pass, caught number 9, Banks.
Honestly, I thought I'd see more of this with this offense, moving Logan off the spot, giving him an opportunity to get out on the edge. Now, that being said, Providence Day has done an excellent job setting the edge on those types of plays, not letting Logan get out and turn the corner.
It'll be 3rd and 9. Logan to pass, high into the air to McGill, and it drops incomplete, but a flag comes out after the fact. It was Lucas Sutter again on the coverage.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the screen, they tried a little double move, a little stop and go, and he's all over the route.
Called against the Chargers.
Yeah, Sutton immediately palms to the sky.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly what he could have done better.
Well, I think the one thing I would tell him is you turn and find the football. You probably get away with that. Not sure he got his head all the way around to look for the ball. That's probably why he got called.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I didn't get taught that position at the level that you did, but that's what you're told, right? You got to be playing it.
You got to play the football.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you don't turn and find the ball, they can light you up for any contact that you create.
So the first down. And a handoff. Douglas again, nowhere to run.
Handoff goes to number 0, DeJon Douglas.
Yeah, Providence Day has done an exceptional job with one of the better running backs in the area.
Yeah, well, they do a nice job making sure the edges are set. That time, number 32.
2nd and 11 now for the Hawks.
JT Swinson, he shows up out to the left, which is where Douglas wanted to go. So Douglas cuts back to the right into another defender waiting for him, and they make the stop.
Second and 11. It's a run. Dallas Chapman gets back to quite the original line of scrimmage.
Dallas Chapman, number 2.
I think they've been rounding with their spots, so it's not going to be a half yard.
No gain on the play. They'll bring up 3rd and 11 now for Charlotte.
Just nothing there again. Trying to turn that corner and just met by a defender.
So no gain. It's 3rd and 11. Now, that last conversion, using my air quotes because of the penalty, if you're on this Latin coaching staff, do you count that? Or are they still 0 for their last 6 on 3rd?
0 for the last 7.
Logan out of the shotgun. Runs out of time quickly, and he's wrapped up and dragged down in the backfield.
That pass rush, just too much. That time.
Jacob Amadavarji
making the sack for the
making
Chargers.
the play.
Back at the 50-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 20.
Just a great job. Goodwin initially had the penetration, and then Amadavarji cleans it up.
Sets up another Charlotte Latin punt. Leffler skies it for Steele Fletcher. Outside move. Flag back behind him. Fletcher brought down by Cutter at the 30-yard line.
Number 6, Steele Fletcher.
Yeah, I was going to lose my mind over the punt being caught inside the 5, and then I remembered it was still Fletcher, so I moved on.
I would imagine if you ask the coaching staff, he's allowed to take some liberties.
Absolutely.
And it's a block in the back, which will bring the return back for Providence Day. They will resume with the start of this possession when we return. Right around 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. So the penalty on the punt return for Providence Day sets them up with 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line. Cole Cater, the backup quarterback, is now into the game. And a stop at the half-yard line on 1st down. Could have been a safety. Niall Diggs on the tackle for Charlotte Latin.
Yeah, he ran through one defender, one attempted blocker, and made the play in the backfield.
Chase Bierman with the carry, his first of the night as the backups
here comes
in for Providence Day, and Quentin McCray comes as part of their heavy package. Short yardage needed. This looks a little bit different than it did at the goal line on the other end of the field earlier in the game. Cater under center. Hands to Bierman. McCray there is the lead blocker. And Bierman tackled from behind. Matthew Dwayne Barber making the stop.
Hand off over the left side of the line, Jack Griswell. Gains 2 back. It'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Chargers.
And you know right now that this Hawks defense was, at least particularly on that first play, they were thinking safety, let's get something on the board. Unable to do it. And now the Chargers, something we rarely see from them, taking their time to snap this football.
Cole Cater ran to the sideline, got the play call, ran it back to the huddle, something we've seen Charlotte Latin doing all night. 2 back set up again. The play fake. Cater runs from McGill inside a man and gets past the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to set up a 4th and 1. This is a great job on the play fake. Outruns McGill. McGill's got to be seething because he had one right there in the backfield. In the end zone, I should say.
So now 4th and 1 from their own 12-yard line. And Providence Day is going to punt it away.
Chargers.
Time winding down, running clock because of the difference in the score.
Bag it into.
And McGill fields it at midfield. Trying to pop a big play here. And instead is brought down for little to no gain.
Does a great job. They just do a great job staying in their lanes. He tries to go right. They keep him there. It goes left. And look at the line that just forms. And there's no way to turn the corner. That's just well-executed special teams play.
Moses Panku Kankum making the tackle. MPK with his first stop of the day. Now under 30 seconds to play.
They have to snap it at least once.
And a timeout called by Charlotte Latin.
I think this is this is less about execution and more about a body language timeout here. I think this was, hey, the sense of urgency. It's another opportunity to take a snap. And we're not moving out there with the sense of urgency we need. We're going to talk about it.
Grab all your trash on your way out of the stands.
Be sure to join us for next week's game of the week. Huff at Myers Park. This is a big one. We've had this one circled for many, many weeks, as we haven't gotten a lot of opportunities to see either so far this season.
Yeah, Huff and Trey Blakely at the controls, the Austin P commit. They can really move the football, but this Myers Park defensive front, really, really good with the Lewis brothers inside.
Logan on 1st and 10. Floats it out of bounds, incomplete. And the clock to 0. They do this to us a lot. We come here with a big game anticipated for the night, yet Providence Day just dominant, steady as she goes, 41-0. A big shutout victory over Charlotte Latin, handing the Hawks their first loss of the season. Providence Day now 8-0.
Yeah, I thought Providence Day set the tone early. That first drive of the game, the two big runs by Zaid Lott at the quarterback position really kind of took the wind out of the sails of this Hawks football team, and I'm not sure, obviously, that they ever recovered with a 41-0 final score.
We thank you so much for joining us on WCCB's Game of the Week, a Bay Hackle Sports production. This week's game has been brought to you by Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination. By North Carolina Public Health. We are NC Public Health everywhere, every day, everybody. Visit ncdhhs.gov. By Bodyworks Plus, Collision Repair Center, keeping families safe since 1998. And by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit FredCaldwellChevy.com. From homecoming at Providence Day School, final score, the Chargers get a big victory and remain undefeated, handing Charlotte Latin their first loss. 41-0 the final for Reggie Walker. Brady Pugh, our director and producer, the rest of our crew here on WCCB's MeTV. I'm Darren Vaught. So long, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on the WCCB Charlotte High School Football Game of the Week.